All right, it says we're live. I'm going to double check and make sure we actually are live because the one time I did not do that, I wasn't. I had camera issues. So let's see if everything's working okay. My mouse would work. All right, everything seems to be working okay. So here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome. If you're new here, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under the name SD Hegyes. And we're going to do some productivity sprints. Don't mind me. I am wearing PJs because it has been a long ass day. And I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep. I worked last night and then I had to take the hubs to work. And after that, the reason I had to take them to work is because the kids had to do 4-H fairgrounds cleanup because the fair is next week. And so they were prepping that stuff. And then we did a bunch of other things in town before we finally came home. And I actually got 3 hours of sleep right before going live. So, wee! I don't know how much use I'm going to be during this stream, but you know what? We're here. We're going to do some stuff, hopefully. The stuff I do is probably going to be reading because I don't feel like doing much else. But let me know what you guys are working on in the comments section. Jenna is here, sliding by while cats make mom be mom and they snuggle all over the like button. Disclaimer: not responsible for the fur left behind. I mean, cat glitter. I love that because like everything in my house is covered in dog hair, like everything. I can clean stuff and 5 seconds later it'll be covered in dog hair. So I feel this. I especially feel this because I am becoming. No one asked your opinion, phone. I especially feel this because I'm becoming allergic to pet dander, and anytime I spend time in the bed with the pets, I wake up with puffy, swollen eyes, and it's fantastic. It's great. So I have to make sure I take my allergy meds before I go to sleep because my bed is especially covered in dog hair since our animals sleep with us. So, anyways, hello. Been reading for the past hour. I've been reading off and on today too. I found a good book. What are you reading? Just out of curiosity, is it? I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. Is it Felicia? Am I pronouncing that right, or is it something else? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I am terrible with names, and especially when I'm tired, I'm even worse. So, what are you reading? I just started the other day. I shouldn't say just started because I've been reading it for a few days now. I started reading The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. I've got a couple of her other books, and Amazon was like, we think you might like this one. And so far, I'm loving it. It's like a cozy fantasy. It's fantastic. What did I do? I made it angry. Okay, there we go. I'm on chapter 22 now. And loving it. In fact, people have appeared, and I'm not liking where this might go. Felicia? Again, I promise I'm not trying to butcher your name, but I am probably butchering it. Phil, I'm sorry. All right, for those who are new here, the way I do sprints is we are going to have 4 25-minute sprints. And during that time, you can work on whatever it is you want to work on. Like I said, I'm probably going to be reading just because the book has just got interesting. Well, it's actually been interesting the whole time, but we have a new character on scene that may ruin things for our main character. So that's fun. And then I'm going to probably be reading that. And at the same time, while the sprints are going on, I like to put up prompts for those who know they want to write, but not what they want to write about. So that is fun. And I just realized I never pulled up my timer. We're going to use the Pomodoro Kitty timer. Let me pull that up. Tap to a new window. All right, let's see. Present, share screen. Yes, I know I'm supposed to have a second thing for this. There we go. All right, here we go. We are 5 after the hour, so we're going to go ahead and start this first sprint. And I'm going to put up the prompt now for anyone who wants to write about it. You don't have to, not a requirement. And we're going to start in 3, 2, one, let's go. All right, that is time. Let me know how you did, what you did in the comments. I got some reading done, and I did a couple of things around the house, and I updated my writing journal with some tidbits of information that I couldn't remember where I'd written it, and then I finally figured it out. So I added that to my Notion so that I could find it later at a later date when I needed it. So, how about everyone else? During that sprint, both JC and Stephanie joined us, as well as Misty Kate. So, hello, you three. How is everyone doing? What is everyone working on tonight? Stephanie said, I am chipping away at my writing. That's awesome. I have not been writing the past couple of days. I did manage to where'd they go? There they are. So the past couple of days I've been going with my kids to the pool, and I've been sitting outside while they've been swimming and stuff. So I got a ring and I did my note cards for my outline because they kept blowing away. I put them on a ring so I wouldn't lose them as easily. So I'm still transcribing this to my Scrivener file and like building upon the outline of it a bit more with descriptions and stuff. But I'm not actually doing any writing yet on that story. Let's see, Missy Kate, been reading a little on day off, but do want to do some writing. Hey, now's the perfect time if you want to write. You're welcome to. I've been reading off and on today. I haven't had a lot of sleep, and it's not been fun. It's just been a really busy day after working last night, and yeah, I'm just really tired, which is why I'm in my pajamas, because I was like, screw it, I'm not getting dressed again for a live stream. So it's night, it's late. Hopefully y'all will understand. Oh goodness. I don't think there's any other comments. And it's funny. So I look cozy. Thank you. I feel cozy. My back is hurting a little bit though, but I think that's because while the kids were at the pool today, because I was waiting for Justin to get off versus going home and then having to drive back into town to pick him up. I was laying in the grass, which is never very comfy. But yeah. So it was hilarious. I did that whole video about my spinning wheel of chaotic doom, about the fact that I was going to have a spinning wheel pick my projects, which I did do, because when we did the 24-hour novel challenge, I did spin the wheel in order to have it pick the project. But I haven't left that project. That is still technically the one I am working on. And even next week I am on hiatus because it is fair week, which is part of the reason we were busy today, because the girls were doing fair cleanup. And we have a lot more prep work to do before the fair starts on Wednesday. So next week, all week, I'm pretty much taking a hiatus from all social media. And I'll be making a post about that. That being said, I wanted to make a post about a bunch of different things, and I haven't been on the computer to do so. So take what I say with a grain of salt. But yeah, so I said in that video about the spinning wheel of chaotic doom that I was going to have it pick my projects, but I haven't gone away from the 24-hour novel project because I haven't had a lot of time to put in extra writing time. So I've just been kind of building upon that. So, hey, whatever works, it's working. I'm going to continue doing it. And then when I get bored with that project, I can use the spinning wheel to pick a new project then, which probably will not be until after next week, because I won't be doing a lot of writing next weekend anyways because of the fair. So yeah, it's working. It's just not working the way I thought it was, because I thought I was going to be picking a new project daily, and that's not what's happening, which is fine. It's great. I'm really tired. Anyways, we only got a few seconds to go before we start this next sprint. I'm going to go ahead and start getting us set up for those who want to write but don't know that they want to write about. Here is another prompt for you, and you don't have to write this. It's just there if you want to. Misty Kate, you'll be happy to know I have finished all of the prompts that are going to go into the writing prompt book. Originally, I was going to try to release that writing prompt book this year, but I haven't been doing a lot of work on it to like the other stuff. So it's going to be next year. I don't know when next year. I don't have a release date. But anyways, we're going to start this next sprint starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time. Let me know how you did and what you did in the comments. I managed to update my writing journal because I've been kind of neglecting it the past couple of days, even though I have been working on things. And I added some of my thoughts on various parts I'm working on as far as like outlining my note cards and adding them to Scrivener and some things like I know I need to add. There's no mention in my note card outline of like her relationship with her family. Like she leaves home to go on a journey to the college that her childhood friend has been invited to. Um, but I have no mention of like what her family life is like prior to leaving or if they remain in contact once she leaves. So like I added in some notes about the fact that I wanted to develop that in the future. I also looked up the books that Paulina and I gotta go back up to where your pronunciation is. Felicia. I'm still probably pronouncing it wrong. I believe I'm pronouncing it correctly based on the pronunciation you sent. But the one thing about me is that I'm not good with the pronunciation thingies either. Oh my goodness. During that sprint, Jen joined us. Hello. Let's see, was there anyone else? Paulina joined us during that sprint as well. Hayden is here. Hello. Popping in and hoping I haven't found a stream at the end. Nope, we are halfway through. We got 2 more writing sprints to go, or developmental sprints. In the description of this live stream, there should be a link to a spreadsheet that details who is streaming when. That was created after Devin stopped doing playlists of the daily streams, and that was created with Devin's help. I think it was Kat, Leo, and a couple other people who created it, and now it's being upkept by several different author tubers. So you should be able to find a link to that, and that will have not only a list of all of the current author tubers that they knew of at the time, and they're always adding to it as well as new people jump onto the author tube space. It's got daily live stream lists as well. As the only thing that might not appear in there is like pop-up streams that are like impromptu, but they're pretty good about keeping that like it's up to date. So I always have it linked in my description box for anyone who needs that. And yeah, I think there's several people who actually keep it linked in their description box of their live streams just for that reason. So if you ever need it, it's there. I had to bookmark it too for that reason though. Before I finally started just adding it to my description. Now, if I really want to find it, I'll just go to the description of my videos and click it. Yes, speaking of the writing journal, I just posted a poll on my community tab because there are 2 videos I want to do. One of them is like a full Notion tour, and one of them is like a video about like all the projects that I have because it's a fuck ton. And if I did the full Notion tour, you'd get to see what my writing journal looks like and what I do for that. So very useful indeed. That link has come in to help me a lot when I've been looking for like streams and stuff. I don't join streams that often. I'm trying to join more now, but it's really hard with my sleep schedule. I have to find a lot of the streams when I am awake that are like my sleep schedule is all over the place since I work nights. Sometimes I'm awake in the morning, sometimes I'm awake in the afternoon, sometimes I sleep in the morning, sometimes I sleep in the afternoon. So yeah, it's hard for me to join streams, so I haven't been, and I'm trying to get better about that. Trying is the key word there. All right, we got another sprint going to be starting soon. For anyone who's new here, welcome. Hello. I tend to post prompts during sprints. You don't have to write them. They're just there if you want to write but don't know what you want to write about. So here is going to be the next one we do. Again, you don't have to write that. It's just if you want to. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time. How did everyone do? What did you do? Let me know in the comments. We have one sprint left before we wrap up for the evening, and I am probably going to go to bed because I worked last night and I've been awake all day except for like 3 to 4 hours, and I'm really tired. So, yeah, one more sprint though. One more sprint. During that last sprint, I updated my spinning wheel of chaotic doom, and it now has 45 entries listed on it. So that's fun. I don't have much else to say other than that because why not? The cat caught me off guard. It does everyone every once in a while, and I'm sorry about that. I know Paulina went to bed, having done that, some reading and waiting for the therapy to kick in. Hayden got 528 words. That is awesome. Very proud of that, as it's the first sprint I've done in a while. Ooh, congrats. That is fantastic. I love that you did that. I am not writing tonight. I am just updating various things. I've been updating my writing journal, and now I'm updating my spinning wheel of chaotic doom. And I'm updating my writing journal saying that I've updated the spinning wheel of chaotic doom because that's where I keep the list of everything that I need to put into the wheel of doom. So that I just add to that list, and I can see when I last updated it. Let's see who else. I think that was it. Just Eva joined us. I don't remember if I said hi. Angel joined us. Hello. I can't remember if they joined during the sprint or if it was before the sprint. So if I said hi to you already, I apologize. Two highs. You just get double greetings. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. How's the writing coming up? I have not been writing today. Because I have been awake all day, I have just been alternating between reading and trying to stay alive. Fair is next week, and we are doubling down, finalizing everything. The girls had fair cleanup, so I pretty much basically did. I was a chauffeur today, and that's pretty much all I've done with my day. And in between chauffeuring, I was reading. There was also an event in town going on today called Tabletop Gaming Day, which we went to after everyone was done with work and we were done with stuff before we came home. And we were just going to check it out. It was from 10 to 10, and they had designated D&D games that were going on, but we were not going to make it to any of them because between work and everything else going on, those were at specific time slots. And while they would have been cool to join, and I would have loved to join them, there was no way I could brain function. I'm pretty certain I spewed nonsense to the organizers when I talked to them. I have no idea what I told them. No idea what they got out of that conversation. All I did found out was that they are planning on doing it again. And next time I think we're going to, hopefully it won't be around the same time as Fair. And we'll be able to go to that. And I would love to join some D&D live sessions with people, locals. Like, that would be really cool. I want to play D&D again. The Hubs was actually supposed to play D&D tonight with his online group of friends, and he fell asleep with me. In fact, actually in their Discord, which I have been added to so that they can get up with him, they were like, Skye, where's he at? I'm like, sleeping? I'm sorry. We're tired. The cat is very cute. For anyone who doesn't use Pomodoro Kitty, you can customize the cat. And this was just what I chose the cat to look like. Updated a bit of my notions, started working on an outline for a new book. Ooh, I love a good new book. Yes. I may have added 2 new projects to my project list, which is why I had to update the spinning wheel of chaotic doom in the first place. Because I had a random idea pop in my head, and I was like, oh, shiny new project idea. Let's add it to the list. Because apparently I just hate myself. But no writing has actually been happening because of everything going on lately. And there probably won't be any new writing going on until after Fair is completely done. I'll just piddle around with various projects here and there until then. But after next week, I will be back to writing, and I'm very happy for it. Yeah, yay for D&D, yes. I am not caught up on Critical Role, by the way. I know they have the new abridged version, and I saw an update from Sam Riegel, which I didn't realize was going on. So that's interesting. Anyways, we're going to start this next sprint in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time. Let me know how you did, what you did in the comments.
You've got mail.
Oh, okay. I got an email notification right as I was unmuting my mic. That's lovely. Okay. Anyways, I mostly stayed in the chat and I finished updating the writing journal. And I was looking at it and I've been doing really good with keeping the writing journal up to date because I was like, there's only 2 days that have nothing in them. Did I actually write on those days? And the answer is no, I did not. So that's perfect. Like I'm keeping up with it, which is cool. Because it's probably the only thing I'm keeping up with in my life right now. I'm just saying. I am barely holding on to my sanity. Okay, let's see. Jen's been doing awesome. I don't know how I keep missing her word counts during the breaks, but like during the first sprint that she joined us, she only wrote for about 15 minutes and got like where was it at? 272 words. And then this last sprint that we just recently did, they got 473. So that's awesome. Let's see. Misty Kate was asking about the poll that I posted. And yes, they're kind of the same thing, except for one is going to be like an overview tour of like, this is what all I have set up and this is how it's set up. Whereas like the projects is going to be where I go into detail talking about each project individually, give like a synopsis of whatever it is, whether it's a series or a standalone, and then like where I am at status wise with the writing of said project, and like possible very tentative like ideas of when I would like to release them. I say that so many varies because every time I actually set plans in stone, they never come to fruition.
You've got mail.
Shishka, no one asked you. This is what I get for not muting you. Anyways. So yeah, like the video ideas are kind of the same thing. It's just that one will go into detail about the projects by themselves, whereas the other one's gonna be like an overview of all of my Notion, which includes like my reading log, my social media stats, stuff like that, like a full-on tour of everything. See, Hayden got 0 words due to technical difficulties. Sanity, never heard of her. Yeah, I haven't either at this point. Oh, I can close the cat. We're done with the cat. Remove. Stop screen share. Let me close the cat timer. Because that was our last sprint. And I'm sorry that I didn't really do like a good transition into that sprint. I'm really tired. That's my excuse and I'm sticking with it. I just see the cat timer going down and I know I can pause it, but it's on a different tab in a different window. And so like, that means I have to click over and this just brain is not computing fast enough to actually do what I can do in order to like pause the timer. So if you didn't know, that was our last sprint. And I apologize ahead of time for not actually getting around to saying that before we actually started it. Let's see. JC, I've been over here editing my videos. Sorry I haven't been active in the chat. You are doing amazing. Like, I know that you don't write on the weekends and that's your, like, admin day kind of stuff. So you are perfectly fine, JC. I'm just happy you could join me, even if it is just in every once in a while you're doing other things. I am here for it. I'm here for all the things. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. We do have Breaking the Block tomorrow morning. We've been doing this on Sunday. Usually Sam hosts it. She was the one that came up with the idea of it. And I was lucky enough to be invited along for the journey. And then this past week, she was like, by the way, I have company coming over and I can't host it. Does anyone else want to host it? And because of my time schedule, I hadn't seen if anyone had responded. So I was just like, if no one else is doing it, I can host it for you. I do not mind. I love this. I love the Breaking the Block sessions. So I want to keep them going. So tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 10 a.m. Eastern Time, I will be hosting the Breaking the Block session. So if you have any like difficulties with your work in progresses that you're going through right now and need someone to chat it over with, we will. There is 6 of us currently, I think. My brain is not braining. I have the image pulled up. I could just look at it. Let's see. Sam usually hosts. Jenna the Soul Writer. Maggie, Rachel, Nicole, and Lauren, and then me. So there's 7 of us total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I can count sometimes. Jesus. Let's see if it'll actually let me download the picture so I can post to the community tab about it with a link. And I need to update the description of I think Sam created a playlist with all the sessions we've done so far. So hopefully I can add that to the description if I'm not lying to myself and she has actually done that. Let's see. Oh, thank you, JC. You're awesome. I love watching your vlogs. Right now, I have basically anytime someone posts a new video, whether it's a vlog video or anything like that, I haven't added live streams to this list just because there's so many live streams and they're so long. But like when I'm at work, as I'm cleaning stuff, I just listen to the videos that I have on my watch later list, and JC's are on that list always. It's awesome. See, Hayden, I am going to bed. Just hope that the technical difficulties resolve themselves. Well, thank you for joining me, Hayden. I hope you sleep well, and hopefully the tech gremlins go away and they leave your works in progress alone, and you are able to check them out later, and everything's good to go. So here's hoping, and you have a good night. Thank you for joining me. Jen got 580 words this past sprint. Congratulations, Jen. That means you wrote, I think that's over 1,000 words for this stream. And you joined halfway in the middle of like one sprint, and you were here for 2 others. So that's awesome. Congrats. That's a lot of words. I'm really proud of you. All right. I think I am caught up to all of the chat. And I think I've said everything I need to say. I'm tired, so I'm just making sure. See, I write fast. I'm trying to finish a book for a client by tomorrow. Is this for like a ghostwriting project? Have a good night, Misty Kate. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to be wrapping up soon. I think I've said all my announcements that I needed to say because I'm trying to get better about announcing things that are happening. I'm actually posting to my community tab. Oh my goodness. Who am I and what am I doing? Oh my God. I'm trying to get better about staying on top of things. That being said, like I've been tracking everything in my iPad, in my digital planner, except for my pencil stopped working, and I discovered today that it doesn't like me using my finger to write stuff in the little daily journal. I have to actually type, and I don't like that because I don't like the way it looks. So that's fun. All right. Anyways, I think this is where we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I will be back tomorrow morning on my channel for another Breaking the Block session. I will be updating the description of that live stream with the playlist. I am pretty certain Sam created a playlist of the past sessions we've done. And if she hasn't, I will find it and I will create it myself. Because I've had a couple people ask about a playlist. So, going to do that. And yeah, thank you all for joining me. I live stream on Saturday evenings at 9 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 11 p.m. Eastern. And I try to post videos every other Wednesday. However, because of fair this upcoming Wednesday, I actually posted a video last Wednesday, and there will be no video this coming Wednesday. Because there's no freaking way I'm going to be able to film, edit, and upload a video when we're trying to finalize everything for fair. We are now officially running around like chickens with our heads cut off, trying to finalize everything. And yeah, fair is going to be a very, 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 very busy week. So yeah, nothing from me during that week. I will be completely on hiatus, and I will have a post up about that. I've already got it pre-scheduled because I am kind of sort of not exactly on top of things as far as that goes. And yeah, I think that's all. Thank you all for joining me. If you didn't know, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under the name SDA Hegyes. And I thank you all for joining me. And I'm going to end this stream here before I continue rambling on. So have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.